hopefully get a small library of these classes going, and I'll send out the link, and then you can have a class whenever you want. Yay! Okay, 2 quick announcements and good morning. I'm going to be in Mendocino doing a retreat next week. So I will not be here. There will be no class on Tuesday and Thursday of next week, which is the 28th and the 30th. And I'll remind you at the end of class, I'll remind you again on Thursday, I'm going to send an email to you. It'll be on the temple calendar. So I think it'll all be good, pretty good. I'm also going to send out the new information for August. Yeah, we're going to keep going forward. So for August, there'll be a new link to click. It's kind of month by month, the way we've been doing it with Zoom. And I'll send that out probably tomorrow so that I can clarify with you that you've received it by Thursday. Okay? Yeah. So come on up to standing. Today, we're going to do a little standing abdominal warm-up. And I've got my little 2-pound weights. I've got my theraband and my ball for our abdominal work. And I'm going to start actually with just holding a single weight. Not necessary to have a weight, but if you want one, it's going to add a little bit of extra resistance. Good, so bringing your feet into a wide, externally rotated position. Maybe the toes are kind of on the edge of the mat and it feels comfortable. And then just hanging out for a second, taking a deep inhale into your belly. And then a nice, slow, longer exhale through your mouth. And see if you can do that again, using your breath to become more present. Nice. And then let's hold onto the weight if you have it, or just reaching the arm up into a side bend and bringing that down. Good. And do that again, reaching into a side bend and down. And we want to inhale as we stretch the body. Exhale as we bring the arm down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull down. Good, keep going, reach. And pull down. Reaching up, opening the whole side of your body. So you're lightly pressing down with your foot and you're reaching your weight or your fingers away from your foot. Inhale, exhale. Good, keep going. Reach and down and really stretch and reach and down and stretch and reach and down. Good. Now we're going to add on. We're going to stretch and reach, and then we're going to bring the leg to meet that up. So reach, leg to meet elbow. Inhale, exhale. Good job. Keep going. Reach and elbow to knee. Reach, elbow to knee. Reach, elbow to knee. Keep going. Reach, elbow to knee. Reach, elbow to knee. Good. Do what feels natural for you. It's a stretch. And then the usage here of your obliques. So it doesn't matter how it looks. It matters much more how it feels. For me, because of the weight, it does feel like there's a little tiny bit of balance challenge. That's great. Okay, now we're going to add on. We're going to do a little bit of a knee bend. Good, and then we're going to bring it down. So it's plie and knee to elbow. Plie, knee to elbow. Good, keep going. Plie, knee to elbow. Plie, knee to elbow. Keep going. Good, and then finally, last little part of the sequence, we're going to do a twist. So we want to use the opposite side. Opposite side. Bring your hand to the opposite knee. Cha-cha. Keep going. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. 4 more times to finish this side. Really opening that right side of the body. Good. Okay, nice. Now, I'm going to place the weight in my left hand. If you started on the left, then you put it in your right hand. And you're going to reach up and down. Good. I'm kind of noticing my feet here. And I'm getting nice and grounded on this side. Reach and down. Just the arm. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Reach. Reach. Good. At my house today at the ocean, it looks like it rained last night. That's how heavy the fog was. It's still really wet. Anyone feeling that weather pattern? Some of you, yes. Some of you, I could walk out my street right now and look in the other house and there you are. Isn't that funny? Reach. Good. And reach. Good. Now we're going to add on. Remember, it's pull down. Reach across, elbow to knee. Pull it in. And pull it in. Good. Always doing something a little bit different for our warm-up, huh? We never do the same warm-up twice. Maybe a little, we do some of the movements, but we rarely do the same things twice. We create new pathways through the brain, and we pay attention, and we become more present. Whew. That's good. Reach, pull it down. Reach, pull down. Good. This side is a little bit trickier for me. I don't know why. Just kind of feel it a little bit more. It feels good. Maybe I need it more. Okay, now we add that plie. So we plie, bring it in. Plie, bring it in. Bend those knees, and then elbow to knee. Bend, elbow to knee. Bend, elbow to knee. Good. Keep your form strong. Keep going. And weirdly, I feel the 2-pound weight. 2 pounds, but I'm like, yeah, I'm getting a little bit of workout with the 2-pound weight. Reach, reach, and pull. Stretch, and pull. A couple more. Good. Now we're going to go to the alternate side. So we go up and in. Good. Yes, elbow to opposite knee. Stretch, bring it in. Good work. Keep going. Reach, and then pull it in. Inhaling, exhaling. Good. A few more. You know you can do it. Good. And last one. Woo! Okay, I felt those. We want to put our toys down and just standing tall. Let's do a couple of shoulder rolls, rolling the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. You can make these smaller, or you can make them bigger. Bigger, you kind of lead with your whole arm. Create some space in there. Have you been riding your bike a lot? If so, you get a little jammed up in there. Create some space in the shoulders. Good. 2 more. Shoulder roll and shoulder roll. Perfect. We're going to do a single roll down today. And I want your feet really precise. They're parallel, ankles right underneath the knees. Arms are hanging at your sides. And you're going to reach down into the earth and then slowly let the arms rise. As if you press them in the doorway and then they're floating up. You know that old game we used to do when we were kids? The arms reach up, the fingers reaching, 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 toes pushing into the floor. Bow down, all the way reaching, exploring that space. And you want to send your sacrum in the opposite direction as you come all the way flat back. And then hang your body. Let go of your head. Take a couple breaths into your upper back. Let go of your jaw. Let go of your face muscles. Take a couple more breaths into your mid-back. And then finally breathe into your lowest part of your spine that you can. Good, soften your knees and then roll your spine up at any speed, kind of like you're opening up an anchovy can. You're rolling, 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 up, 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 up. Good, now when we come up to standing, we're gonna do a little bit of shoulder strengthening, so grab your theraband. Yeah, and I'm gonna put my toys to the side. And when you grab your theraband, we're gonna wrap the band around our rib cage in the back. So I'm wrapping it around my rib cage. And as I bring the theraband around, it's underneath my breasts, hopefully not like right on my breast, but a little bit underneath. And then in this positioning, I'm crossing the theraband and I'm gonna have my elbows glued to my sides. My feet are comfortably placed and I'm feeling like I'm stabilizing. So my inner and outer thighs are fired, my glutes are fired. I'm going to just practice the range of motion. I pull apart and you can see there's no space between my elbow and my side. And then I release back and I pull. To make this a little more challenging, you give yourself less theraband, but it's the same small movement. We're gonna see if we can do 20 of these, and as we do 20, we lengthen through the top of the head, we pull the shoulder blades down, so you're reaching up through the top of your head and down with shoulder blades, and it's exhale as you pull, inhale back for 20, and 19. Good, be really focused on this exercise so you're getting the most out of it. Good work. Now for me, I'm here doing this work and I'm solid, like I really feel like I'm doing it well. So I'm gonna transfer my weight to my left side a little bit, bring my right leg up to like a kickstand position, and then I'm just gonna stand on one leg as I do this. Just makes it a little bit more challenge, so second level. You want to add that in, but keeping that good form with your shoulder work. That's it. Exhale. Exhale. Nice. Keep going. Good. Keep going. Pull and pull apart. Nice work. Pull apart and pull apart. Good. So happy some of you are going to be going hiking together in Nicene. I love doing that. Yesterday we went out to Carmel to hike in Garapata. I love that beautiful hike. You go through the redwoods, across the creek, and then up on the inside of the ravine. And then when you come down, it's all ocean view. And yesterday it was really beautiful. Okay, I'm going to keep going to the same movement, but I'm now transferring my weight to the right side of my body. Left foot comes to kickstand, and I take that off if I can. So I have a little bit more of a challenge here because I'm standing on one foot. Yeah, good, keep going. So the timing was so perfect to hike Garapata yesterday because in the morning it was all foggy, so it was cool when we were going up the ravine, that's a steep, steep slope. And then as we were coming down, the fog cleared and you can see the whole Pacific Ocean and you can hear all those sea lions. And if you look carefully, you can see the blowholes from the whales passing by. It's such a spectacular scenery. Do you love Carmel, Big Sur area? I know, it's kind of like it gets into your primitive brain. It's so beautiful, I love it. Okay, did we do 20? I think we did 20. Let's release from there. Woo! Nice work. If you have your theraband, you're going to put it into two, fold it into two, and we're going to use it today behind the head as we lift and lower the head. So we're going to do supported flexion and extension. If you do not have a theraband with you today for whatever reason, you can grab a small tea towel and do the exact same thing with your tea towel. It'll work just fine. But I'm going to transition the computer and we're going to come down to the mat. Yeah. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna get stronger and stronger and stronger. Okay, I'm gonna use my small ball. And let's see, I think what I'm gonna do just to start out with is have my ball between my inner thighs. I've got my folded theraband here. And what it's gonna do, it's gonna go right behind my skull so that when I lift up, it's gonna give me a little bit of, actually a lot of support. Usually I do this with my private sessions, not so much in class, but I know that you guys can do it. So here we go. Position your theraband or your tea towel right there behind your skull. You're gonna take a breath in, and first, before we lift up, I just want you to squeeze the ball and then press your rib cage together as best you can. Then we're gonna take another breath in, and then on the exhale, you're gonna use your arm strength to lift up so that you're above your shoulder blades. And then we're gonna come back down. Good, use your arms to lift your head, neck, and shoulders and lower back down. And as you do that, squeeze your ball and pull your belly inward as much as you can. So here we go, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale back. Good, and we're gonna do 8 and lower, and 7 and lower, and 6 and lower, and 5 and lower, and 4 and lower, and 3 and lower, and 2 and lower, and last 1 and lower. Good job. So for me, that works really well. I'm hoping that it's a nice tool for you. We're going to try set number 2. Option to bring the legs up to tabletop position. Squeeze the ball, drop the ribs, and knit them together. Here we go. Take a breath in. Exhale, up and lower down. Exhale, 9 and down. Lightly squeezing the ball as you lift. 8 and lower, and 7 and lower, and 6 and lower, and 5 and lower, and 4 and 3 and 2. Good. And last 1 and lower. That to me really works my core and it stretches my neck. I love it. We're going to do one last set. This is without the ball. So I'm going to set the ball aside and we're going to just add a little bit of a leg extension as we lift up. So you're holding onto the sides of your theraband or tea towel. Elbows lift up to the sky to make the sling system. That's it. And then pick up your left leg to tabletop position. Good, take a breath in. And as you exhale, we're gonna lift up and we're gonna shoot the leg long. And we're gonna lower down. Keep going. Lift and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower and reach the leg long. Make it effortless. Effortless. Cha-cha. It's effortless. And effortless. Good. And effortless. Couple more. Make it nice and easy for yourself. Good. Don't cheat yourself. You want to lift up all the way above your shoulder blades. Nice. Now stay lifted. Bring your knee in and down. We lift. Lengthen the leg, pull it in and down. It's lift, lengthen, in and down and lift. Leg long, pull it in and down and lift. Lengthen the leg, pulling it in and down and lift. Leg long, leg in and down and lift. Leg long, leg in and down. Last 3, lift. Leg in and down and 2. And down and 1. And down. Okay, good. Take a teeny little breather. Shake out your arms. Notice that you are using your arm muscles. Wow, good job. Let's see if we can finish off this set with the last side. Hopefully the sling system is working well for you. So pick up your right foot to a tabletop position. And then as you lift up, we lengthen the leg. That's our first 10. Exhaling, inhaling. Make this effortless. And lengthen, bring it in, and lengthen. Pull that in, and lengthen the leg, bring it in. Lengthen your leg, pull it in, keep going, lift, and in, and lift, and in, and reach, and in, and lengthen, and in, keep going. Good, now on the next one we add on, right? So we pull it in, lengthen long, and down. It's lift, leg long, leg in, and down, and lift, leg long, leg in, and down, and lift, leg long, leg in, and down. Keep going, lift, lengthen, in, and down. 5 more. Lift, lengthen, in, down. 4 more. Lift, lengthen, in, and down. 3 more. Lift, leg long, leg in, and down. Last 2. Lift, lengthen, in, and down. Last 1. Oh my word. That felt like something to me. I liked it. And the weird thing is today, I did not feel it too much in my abdominals. I felt like they were definitely working, but I felt like my arms were really fired up. I felt like really good. So take a second there and just honoring your feelings. I've been doing a lot of grief work, as you know, so just being really attentive to whatever I'm feeling in the moment seems to be just really, really helpful, just to, because I don't know sometimes what emotions come up. You know, sometimes it's really hard to identify, like, what is that I'm feeling? So if I just feel it, and I don't have to necessarily put a name on it, it's really helpful, and then it kind of dissipates. Tell me your strategy. I never really discussed this too many with other people that much, you know, but it's really helpful just to be a, you know, to be a better human being, I guess. Okay, so let's work the back side of the body next. I'm going to put my theraband down, but we're going to use it in a little bit. But I want to work the glutes and the hamstrings. So I'm going to place the ball in between my inner thighs. And I'm letting my arms just have a break for right now. So my arms are pressed lightly down into the mat. And I'm going to squeeze the ball, and that brings my whole body into the correct activity, meaning that I've fired all of the muscles on the inside of my body, and my feet are the right position apart. So the right distance apart. Take a breath in here, and then exhale and lift your hips up as high as you can. And we're just going to hang out here for a moment. Pressing the thighs up, pressing the hips up, pressing the knees long, squeezing the ball. And when we're ready to come down, so maybe on your next exhale breath, come down as slowly as you possibly can. Make it a game. So you breathe in to prepare, and then as you exhale, you come down 1 inch at a time. And then you can take as many breaths as you want. You can go slowly as you want, and really feel your backbone. Can you imagine what your spine looks like? And can you feel the bones coming down super slow? And then maybe it wasn't that slow. Maybe your bones are all stuck together. So maybe we need to do that 2 more times. Here we go. Exhale, lift your hips up. Take a big, huge, wide breath into your lungs. And then exhale, just your spine. It's like instead of a human being right now, you're a snake. And your snake body is just beautifully coming down in that snaky way. Good. When I get to my navel, then that lower part today is a little stuck on me. So notice if there's any portions of your spine that can be more snaky. Using that focus on the exhale for me helps me articulate the spine better. Oh yeah, that third one, I felt like I made a difference. Did the third one feel like you got a little bit more space in your spine? Oh, good. Okay. Now here come the hip lifts. And just for fun today, I'm going to grab a 10-pound weight so that I can have that on my hips as I lift and lower. No need for you to do this. If you have a 5-pound or a 10-pound or an any pound weight or a heavy book, do you have the complete works of William Shakespeare? I do. That's a heavy book. That would be a good one too. But I was just thinking we need to focus on building muscle in the pelvis, right, Carolyn? Carolyn Coleman, yes, we do. And Deb, yes, Deb. So actually this is super helpful for building bone. I've got my little 10-pound weight here. It's not little, it's a big 10-pound weight. And I'm just gonna lift my hips up and the weight, I'm holding it, but it's right on my pelvis. And then I lower down. It's just a hip lift. We already did the articulation. Lift and lower. Good. If you have a baby handy, a baby on your pelvis would be excellent. If you could get your cat or dog to sit there, but I kind of doubt that would work. Good. So probably a book or a weight or a baby. Those would be my choice. And it's a full breath. It's exhale, inhale. And then people with any kind of arthritis around the hips or any kind of osteoarthritis or osteoporosis, this is such a great one. The bridge with a 10-pound weight. 10 pounds is really helpful. Good. Let's do 5 more. Focus your body. 5 and lower and 4 and lower and 3 and lower and 2 and lower and last one and stay lifted. Take a big breath in and then you can articulate your spine all the way down. Okay, great one, and then just a nice one to remember for people who need that. I'm putting my weight down and we're going to continue on with the back line of the body. Here we go. Lift the spine up. Good work. Find the precise location in your body so that you can feel your shoulder blades pressing down into the mat. Can you feel those blades pressing down? That's where you want to be. And you lift your hips up as high as you can, and you shoot energy through the front of your shins out through the wall. So this is a very active, very precise bridge. Then in this position, we're just going to focus again on the pelvis, right? When you're lifting with the pelvis, now we're going to release the pelvic floor muscles, and we're going to squeeze the ball to lift back up. Tiny little air kegels. That's it. 20 and 19, very precise. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, and 11, and 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and see if you can stay lifted with me. This is our resting position. Shoulder blades are pressing into my mat. My hips, I could probably lift a tiny bit higher. I just lifted them a little bit higher. My shins are reaching. My kneecaps are reaching. And then I'm just going to focus on ball squeezes. So I'm going to squeeze the ball with all my might. And then I'm going to release back on it. And I'm going to do that for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Here's your resting position. Good. And then we get 10 hip lifts. We go down and lift the hips back up. And what I want you to focus on is the back of your body. So as you lift up, can you use your thighs, the back of your thighs, sorry, your hamstrings. Can you use your hamstrings? Can you use your glutes? You're using your whole butt. Can you use your lower back? Can you use your mid back? And can you use the back side of your arms? So your whole back of your body is doing this bridge. As you lift and lower, let's do 4 good ones, focusing on the back of the body. 3 and 2. Good, and last one. Good, second set, last set. Just second and last set. My butt is fired already. The arms could come up. This makes it a little trickier. The arms could turn so that the palms are facing toward each other. You're in your resting position with your hips lifted, and we're going to do our 20 air kegels. Release and squeeze for 20, 19, 18, 17, precision and movement, that's it, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, I'm going to come rolling that spine down. There's a tiny respite. Good, and then last part of second set, it's the 20 ball squeezes. So here we go, we're going to lift the hips up, find that precision bridge, and then it's squeeze the ball and release the ball. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll the spine down, stretch your arms over the head, stretch your legs long. Good, and then just imagining you're just waking up for the day. You're like yawning and stretching. Good, imagine you've woken up, it's Hawaii. You're in like a 5-star bed and breakfast, and it's sunny, and there's a rainbow, and you can hear the ocean, and there's flowers. Good. That was a nice visual. We're going to move on to a little bit of leg work. So let's release the small ball for right now and trade that for our theraband. Yeah. So I'm going to start with my left leg. You know, you can start with whichever leg you like, but don't always start on the same leg. I try to mix it up as much as I can, and I want you to do the same thing. We don't want to be in a pattern. We want to break our patterns. So just hanging out here, I'm finding a little bit of a hamstring stretch. I'm just going to hold that for a moment. Good. Now I could try straightening the opposite leg. So my right leg is going to try straightening out right now. And I'm going to see how that feels. Ooh, that feels pretty good. And then I'm going to try lowering the left leg and lifting that left leg up. So for me today, my right leg is all the way extended on the ground, and I'm pressing my right leg down as I'm moving my left leg, and my rib cage is heavy against the ground, and it feels great. Option though to modify if anything doesn't feel good, it might feel better to keep this right leg bent And that might give you a little bit more range of motion. Maybe you just like it better that way. So try both ways and choose. And then as you're doing these, focus on the precision of movement. You're connecting your back of your body with the front of your body. And it's exhale as you kick up, inhale as you go down. So it's a little quicker breath. Good. Nice. We're doing 20, so we're going to do a couple more, and we'll call that 20. Yes. Okay, last one here. Good. Now, if you do have your right knee bent, now you want to probably lengthen it long. And we're going to take the left leg across the body. We're going to push the foot into the theraband. And then we're going to take it wide open. Good. And this is slow, but you want to do 20 of these. Across the body, pause, and then bring that open. Your own pace, your own timing, but about 20. And then again, for some of you, maybe the long leg is just not for you. Maybe bending that right knee gives you a way better entry into your body. Maybe you can feel that in a better way as a stretch. Everybody's completely different, right? Yes. Maybe do some with a bent leg and some with straight leg. Today I'm liking the straight leg. Good. Keep going. Feels so good. Okay, then when you feel like you've done about 20 or about your quota, you finish with the full leg circles, and you want to do about 10 leg circles. And, you know, allow that to feel good in your body. I'm going to go the other direction, so make sure you get some reverse. So it could be 10 one direction, 10 the other direction. Good. And then just kind of noticing, for me today, this stretch series feels wonderful, and this circling feels great. I don't feel any adhesions. I feel like it's very smooth. I could go as big as I want. I have a lot of range of motion in that left hip today. So that's good. Yeah, that's very good. When you get to the very last one, you're going to give yourself that option to reach the arms out, and you're going to relax there for a second. Good. Okay, nice work. We are going to open up the legs and then place both feet into the straps. Before we do the other side, I've been working with you the last week on some inner thigh strengthening, which mainly it's because I really need it. But I'm sure that you probably do too. But to me, this is really helpful to press the legs wide with the theraband. It works without the theraband too, but with that little resistance, I'm pushing, and I can feel that I'm working my outer thighs a little bit, but mostly it's inner thighs. And then I pulse out and I come back in a little bit, pulsing out and back in. So I'm always keeping tension on the band. I'm always keeping a little bit of tension in my inner thighs. I'm also strengthening my knees here because you can't just work inner thighs, right? I'm working the vastus medialis, and I'm working the inner line of my shin. I forget the muscle that's right there, but I'm working the whole inner line of my leg as I press and release. And as I release, there's still tension. Good, and let's see if I can do 10 and 9, making this a stretch and a strengthening, and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Good, now on this last one, keep the legs very wide, almost as wide as you can, but not as wide as you possibly can, but there's tension. And then just holding that, and if the holding is too much, tiny, tiny pulses. Just kind of relieves the stress a little bit. So either tiny pulses or holding steady. Focusing here on breathing. You're inhaling, your abdominal cavity is expanding, and then on the exhale, pelvic floor muscles contract, diaphragm moves up, breath moves out. So you're taking a few deep, like conscious anatomical breaths. Good, and then bringing legs together. Yeah, I like that. Okay, now we're gonna do the other side. So I'm swinging around just so you can see the leg. You don't need to swing around. I'm going to find my hamstring stretch on my right leg, and that to me feels great. I'm going to check out, do I like to strengthen, to lengthen my left leg? Yeah, that feels good to me. And I'm gonna hang out. Ah. Good work. Keep going, keep breathing. Ah. Okay, and then we're gonna go down and up. So we take it into our full range of motion. And you notice if it's better for your body to bend or keep left leg long. Doesn't have to be the same on either side, it can be different. And kick it up. Good. You're really pulling your theraband into you. If you don't have a theraband, you can use a yoga strap. And if you don't have anything, you're going to get more work for your core. So it's great any way that you do these. It's a little bit more stretchy when I'm using my theraband. And that's what my intention is today. We want to strengthen but stretch the legs. So keep going and keep going. Nice work. Good. A few more in this direction. In this direction, what do you mean? Up and down? Yeah, up and down. Because then we're going to go sideways. Okay, we'll pretend that's 20. And then I'm going to lengthen my left leg down and just find that contrast before I go across the body, and I want to hang out there for a moment. I'm checking out like how deep can I go? This is the outer leg stretch, right? And then I open wide and there's my inner thigh stretch. So I'm going to do that about 20 times. Maybe for your body, you're going super slow and you're not going to get 20. That's fine. Find your own speed on these. Honoring your own body. Yeah, it feels great. Ah. Ah, nice. Opening wide and bringing it back. Where do you feel the most amount of stretch? Is it when you go across the body? Or is it when you open the leg? Or is it both? Is it better if you bend, or is it better if you straighten your left leg? Good. This particular stretch, the moving stretch, the across and the open, the moving sideways stretch, is one in a toolkit for anti-sciatica. So it's typically part of a anti-sciatic, when you have that sciatic nerve that's all jammed up. I'm sure some of you have experienced that before. It's generally a long-term kind of a thing where you have a really bad shooting pain, often down the backside of the leg, or sometimes in your low back. And so this is a really great exercise to remember, to write down if you have any sort of sciatic flare-up. This side-to-side moving stretch is wonderful. Oftentimes it's taught with the knee bent. It's just a little bit kinder on the back. You can try a couple to kind of get that in your muscle memory. Okay, and then when you feel like that's about cooked, you move into the circles, and you do want to get about 10. Ah, yes. Remember to go the other way and circle. And circle that hip. Ah. Perfect. Okay, so you get your last little stretch, whatever that's going to look like, hamstring. I like to include my arms, so my arms are reaching up and then pulling outwards. Good. And then noticing that that long series that we just did, the legs going up and down, sideways, and circling, 20, 20, and 20. Is something that doesn't take a ton of energy, right? I mean, you could do it lying on your back on the floor, you could do it lying on your couch or on your bed or on your back deck in your lounge chair. And it is wonderful, wonderful for flexibility. So if that's something that you need, write those down. Such a great one. Okay, and then we're gonna get rid of the band. Yeah. And we're gonna pull the legs into the body and just give ourselves a little hug. Maybe a little rocking side to side. Good. We're going to do 2 classical Pilates exercises, the single leg stretch and the crisscross. And then we're going to move into a little kind of a modified plank series. So what I want you to do is notice that your head is down. And then start by pulling one leg in and the other leg in. And you're really stretching. You're pulling one leg in and the other leg is reaching away. Now there's a little bit of core work here. So you're set. Like that could be exactly the way that you're doing it today. You could, with me, try clasping your hands behind your head, lifting all the way up, 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 up. And you can stay here to do your single leg stretch with your neck supported with your hands. You could, if that feels really great, release your hands and keep your neck lifted and add your hands, just adding a little bit of a push-pull, push-pull. So choose your method. I'm going to do the middle method today, and we're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now if you're lifted, you add a cross, across, 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 across. Keep going. Reach, reach, reach with your armpit, not with your elbow. You're reaching across and across and across and across and across. Good. Last 3, last 2. Last 1, and we did it. Good. Stretch your body on your mat. Reach your arms over your head, flex your feet, and then squeeze your body together like you're trying to get yourself as skinny as possible. And then the arms start the movement. We're going to do a full roll up here. Arms start the movement. Head lifts up. And then it's an exhale as you zip your ribs together and you roll all the way up. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching. And when you reach toward your toes, pull your belly button all the way to your spine and take a huge breath into the back of your lungs. Nice work. Slowly stack the spine all the way up. Perfect. We're going to flip on over to quadruped. So flip your body all the way over. Yes. Option to have a little pad here underneath your wrists, if you like that. And I want you to find your back in the straightest back position that you can muster. So your back is as straight as possible, checking out your form, and then pulling your belly button in. Yes. Then in this position, I want you to tuck your toes under. Can you get your toes under so that you got like a little bit of a grip there? Good. And are your wrists exactly underneath your shoulders? Maybe you need to like change that a little bit after you tuck your toes under. I did. I needed to fudge it just a little bit. Then I'm going to just lift my knees. Here we go. Exhale. Your belly button pulls in and you lift your knees and you lower your knees. Remember when you're on your wrists, there's always an option to do a fist. It strengthens your wrists and keeps them straight. That's an option as well. Trying that maybe, lifting the knees and lowering the knees. You're using your belly to lift your knees. And lower. Good work. Lift the knees, lower the knees. Lift the knees 2 inches, lower the knees. Keeping your back flat, lift and lower. Keep going, lift and lower, and lift and lower. Perfect. Now we're going to try a little bit of a full-on plank. Fists are good, wrists are good, forearms are good. You choose. I'm going to do the first one with my hands flat, with my palms flat. So take a breath in, exhale and lift the knees off. Good. Slide one leg out and then the other leg out, and then try to get your whole body as planked as you can. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then press all the way back to child's pose. Stretch your arms forward and your butt back. Forehead on the ground if you can. Breathe into the back and the sides of your body. Good. And then we're going to come onto the forearms. If you did the first one with your forearms, maybe try a different positioning. So the palms are face down or facing toward each other for the version that I'm going to do. Take a breath in here and then lengthen one leg. So this doesn't start with a knee lift. It's just one leg lengthening, the other leg lengthening. And I find my perfect plank position. I'm pressing away from the ground and I hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, yes you can, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, good. And come all the way down to the mat. Let go of everything as if you're a little baby lying in your crib. Can you smell the baby oil and the baby powder? Okay, in this position, we're going to do just a little modified swim, and then we'll zip on over to, I think, finish up with some stretching. We're not going to get to hips, or maybe we'll do a quick hip strengthener. Okay, so we got our plan of action. We turn the head to the center. We lengthen the arms, and then we lengthen the legs, and we just take a minute to lift up to whatever capacity we can lift up into back extension. I'm actively pulling my belly away from the ground, and then I'm going to start a little tiny little swim, as if I'm swimming in the water with some beautiful manta rays. Good, I'm swimming with my fins on, So I'm swimming fast in the water. And it's a beautiful crystal blue, very clear water. Good. Keep going. Keep swimming. Keep on swimming. You're using every muscle in the back of your body. Stay lifted if you can in back extension. Then take a breath in. Exhale, coming all the way down. Turn your cheek to the other side. Let go of everything. Ah, nice work. Okay, beauties. We're going to do a very quick hip strengthening set, and then we're going to do a stretch to finish class. Bring your legs to your lying fetal position, your L shape, and then lift the top leg off. Feel like you are connecting here through your waist. And you're going to draw large circles here with your knee. That's it. Very simple. Working on strengthening the gluteus medius and the gluteus minimus. And if you kind of feel right around your hip, you can definitely feel those muscles working. Yeah, I can feel my hamstring and I can feel my glutes working too. And we did a lot of that kind of work today, so that's a good thing. We sometimes forget in daily life to actively include the back of our body. So that's why we do Pilates, partly why we do Pilates. Good, and when you feel like you want to go the other way, go the other way. Yeah, and these are not killer. Like these are very moderate. They feel moderate, which is nice, huh? We don't always have to kill ourselves. We can be moderate. Oh, yay. I like being moderate. Good. Couple more. Big circle. Big circle. Big circle. Big circle. Woo! Okay, let's stretch out in number 4, and then we'll do the other side. Now this is our nice number 4 stretch with the leg that you just worked. For me, it was my left. It doesn't matter which one it is for you. And you're going to pull the legs in maybe for more of a stretch. And we're going to hold that for 30 to 45 seconds. Ah, good. And then, of course, when you're in a stretch, you're curious. Are you feeling it in your inner thigh, in your hamstring, and right in your hip? Are you feeling it in your glute? Are you feeling it in all those places? Good. Okay, and then bicycle out your legs, and let's finish up with the other side, finishing with number 4 on that side. So you're in your L shape now. You're going to pick up your top leg, and you're going to start your circle, big side circles. Good work. Circle and circle. Good. So I definitely feel it in my hip, but in a moderate way. It feels very moderate, feels good. I feel it in my hamstring, feel it in my gluteus maximus, so all the glutes, yeah. We stabilize with the obliques. So if I'm thinking about, am I using my side, my waist muscles? Yeah, I'm definitely using that. And then we do the other way. We do the other way. Try to make it circular. I kind of lead with my kneecap. Leading with your kneecap. Good. And is this side the same as the other side? Is it a little teeny bit different? If so, in what way? Keep going. Circle and circle and circle. Keep going. Circle. We're almost there. We're going to stretch in just a minute and finish our class. Isn't it fun when class goes so fast? Do you know that like 90% of all my clients over all the times I've ever been teaching Pilates, they tell me, what? It's been an hour? How can that be? I've never had that happen to me because you're so focused. It's wonderful. Okay, let's finish our class with number 4 stretch. Bring the leg up and across. and maybe in, and you get 30 to 45 seconds breathing. Good. I'm going, because I was recording this for you all, I'm going to turn the recording off now, and then I have a quick announcement about class next week, and then we'll say goodbye. Oh man, that felt so good today. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Okay, so let's see. Okay, everyone unmuted?
Yep.
Yay, okay, how was class? Pretty fun?
I got it. You gave me a laugh, Jen, when you said you liked doing moderate.
So maybe my moderate is not your moderate?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, that's good. Thank you, Paul, for that. I wanted to remind you, so for next week, I am going to be in Mendocino. I was thinking about taking my computer with me and teaching classes on the Mendocino beach, but then I thought, no, I need a break. But I will tell you all about my trip when I get back. I'm so excited. And that's the 28th and the 30th. There'll be no class. I'll send you out in the meantime a reminder of that and the new log-on information, because we need all the new log-on information for August. So I'll check back with you on Thursday to make sure that everyone got the email. And I apologize, people have joined in all different ways, and I've tried to keep the email list together, but I know it's got holes in it. So we'll figure it out together. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good job. So thank you all for being here today. I'm so, so proud of you.
A lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy that you're here because it makes me happy.
Jesus,
Makes me
look at that.
feel that I'm feeling with you and that we're feeling and moving together.
Okay.
And to me, that's the happiest thing in my life. So thank you. Bye,
Well,
guys.
have a wonderful trip, Jen.
Have a wonderful healing time, Jen.
I will. We're having my mom's memorial service, and then I'm going up to spend a week with my dad, who lives in Mendocino. So that'll be pretty healing, won't it? Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
And then at the end, we're going to go to Shasta and see the grandkids.
Well, that's icing on the cake.
That's the healing.
Yeah, I think that's the healing.
Remember my shirt?
I love your shirt. Yeah.
So glad you didn't talk me into a smaller size. I tried really hard.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Karen.
Love you.
Bye, Marilyn. Bye, Amy. Bye, Rachel. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Joan. Bye, everyone. See you Thursday.